Alright, hello everybody. It has been a few days since I've actually streamed. I mentioned I was going to be busy this weekend, and what a weekend to be busy. So, first thing, I figure some of you want to know my opinion on a couple things. So, first of those is the Magmut move that I think kind of got overshadowed by the second thing. Uh, so sorry for anyone who hasn't seen it and is trying to avoid spoilers, but the third new move being added to the game for patch 1.6 is a signature move for Magmut. We don't know too much about it. It's got an epic animation, pretty like big. I should really pull it up, but I don't have an easy way to do that. Anyways, it looks like it's going to be like a maybe two hold move. It's a spread move, and the gimmick behind it is that with a synergy, it changes type from special. So it's normally a special attack, but the nature of the attack changes to physical with synergy. Now, we don't exactly know what that means yet. If it if it means that it's kind of like Psyshock in Pokemon, or instead of doing special damage, it'll do physical damage, but it still uses the special stat, I think that could be good. However, if it straight up becomes a physical move and uses your physical attack stat instead of your special attack stat, that's going to be hard to justify it. Um, let me actually just do some grinding. It's Sci Park week. The rates are kind of awful, but it's Anti-Hereford for anyone hunting. I have a shiny, perfect Luma mix, but Pyko is not one I have yet, so I'm gonna just kind of do that in the background. But yeah, honestly, I think the Magma move is gonna kind of be disappointing, unfortunately. It's a really cool concept. It's hard to pull off in this game. You'd almost need it to be a move for something like Valash, who has Jack of all trades and is designed to be a mixed attacker. And while Magmut has even attack and special attack stats, most of the time it's not even used offensively. It's just kind of used as a tank. Marco, hello, welcome. Yeah, I kind of wish they gave if they were giving Magmut a signature move at all. I wish it would have been something to kind of help its bulky or tank identity. Could be wrong. Maybe this move will be really cool. I just feel like it's going to be a bit too niche. You'll end up using one of your attack stats and then, or like investing in one, whether it's physical or special, and you'll probably only run the move on a set that it's the type it is without synergy. So you can run the move normally, and you actually won't want the synergy partner on it because you can't have a move where you only are able to click it if you have synergy. That feels really awful. Hello, welcome. Just a reason for Magma to run Madness buff, even if it's physical. But the thing is, like, physical Magma has a pretty solid set. You run Show Off, you run Oshidashi, you run Meteor Swarm, and if you want some turn 1 damage, you run Warm Cuddle. I've run that set for a long time, and it's very good. I quite like it. I really like Magma as a Tem. The only thing is, it's one of those Tems with a defensive typing that it's going to fall in and out of the meta, just depending on what's popular. The meta where Gialis was like top tier forever, yeah, that was a meta that Magma really did well in because it was one of the only Tems that completely blocked Gialis. It might have been the only one. And you just throw Fizz Gulp on it, and it just heals off of Gialis' damage. It was great. We are not in that meta anymore, and special waters and uh, higher damage Earths are just out there, so it's a bit tougher to justify. Billy, hello, welcome. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably try and experiment with it. If it's a one hold move, maybe it'll see some use. A strong spread move is always valuable, but it's hard to justify Magma as anything other than a tank. And then the other thing that was kind of like big news is that TemCS is confirmed to not happen for a second season. And while it's disappointing, it sounds like it was oh, and Showdown. Showdown is also reaching end of service. So not the in-game Showdown client. You'll be able to play just like normal using Showdown, but the external client is going to be removed. So anyone who didn't buy Temtem but had Showdown to play comp matches, I am sorry to say that you will not be able to continue. I think they're going to let it through to the end of the month, which is basically the patch, but then they will be ending that. But I'd encourage you to get the game if you haven't. The game is awesome. Even the story is, it's pretty good, honestly. I'd recommend. But TemCS not getting a second season, it was expected, although it's still disappointing to hear. But between Showdown and TemCS, it sounds like they were putting a lot of resources into both of those that they can now put elsewhere. And so they're saying they're going to put more energy into bug fixing, which I can't complain about. Less bugs, the better. So I don't think it was all bad. And then there was a large discussion. I'll just say about the topic and just kind of like the future. We're still kind of in the midst of it. If anyone's in the main official Temtem Discord, you can read it up on it in competitive chat. I'm not going to get into it because some of it is just kind of drama. There are some great suggestions, other not so great suggestions. But on the bright side, even though Krema's not doing an official tournament, we are doing some community tournaments to make up for it. And huge shout out to East _25. He's basically running his own TemCS circuit. He's going to have weeklies. He's got the Just Play tournaments every weekend. He's got the monthlies. He'll have monthly tournaments for each region or time zone, and then he's also going to have seasonal. I don't know exactly how he put it, but there's going to be some other ones to watch for too. And then there's going to be huge pants on prize pools. He'll even put a little bit of cash up for prizes. I think it's like $20 for the first one. So he's really putting out a lot for this just to keep the game alive, and I appreciate it a bunch, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would as well. So if anyone's interested, that's in the newly renamed Archipelago Arena Discord. I should probably link that to my Discord, but I don't have that right now. But if anyone's interested, definitely check that out. Nexo, hello, welcome. How you doing? All right. So that was kind of the announcements, at least an overview of them. But as far as what we're doing today, I have good news and bad news. I haven't even looked at these. Hold on. This is... Are they just going to have a mount of every 10 by the end of this? Sure, Mix totally fits as a mount, but for all the Mix lovers out there, it's kind of nice as an option. Okay, this one's pretty good. If crits or any sort of RNG stuff was in this game, this would just be the perfect emote. I wish I had this for Dragon Quest. At the urge of taking the train to the land of dreams. Yes, sleep is good. Don't deprive yourself of it. But I appreciate you stopping by, and whenever you decide to pass out, all the better. So good news and bad news. Good news is we're using Pigment Inverter Chromion. So it's a little something different. We tried it out with Fire Chromion. I'm going to do Electric Chromion today. Bad news is I'm still using rhoulder. I determined that rhoulder is below the curve in terms of strength, but it is still one of the most enjoyable Tems for me to run right now. And also, I have... The whole plan is to be able to free up its item by having Pigment Inverter Chromion. Because you can side DC Beam. Because Pigment Inverter, when you attack with an ineffective technique, it gives 3 turns of Nullified. So I can actually hit Rhoulder with a DC Beam to still inflict the Nullified, and it'll actually be for 3 turns, and I won't have to take a super effective hit first. So I can get full value out of its bulk, and enable it for Tardy Rush a lot healthier. And so that's kind of the hope. I'm going to run Tesla Prison as well for speed control. It's going to be a support Chromion. You guys love when I say that, but it's just a support Chromion. Not really sure what other move to put on this thing. I'm tempted to do darkness just for something. Because I've already got some offensive options. Rainbow Guard doesn't help much. I guess I could give the thing Kaleidoscope Rainbow Guard. Oh, that's such a meme. I'm gonna do it. I could do. I guess why do that when I can just do hologram? Yeah, we do Kaleidoscope hologram because Rainbow Guard will actually push off the nullified, which is bad. Put Rhoulder rest. Nope, not today. Have your ticket to a adorable conductor would take me there. It's infinite ticket. Oh, that's perfect. Let's have some good dreams. You know, I always feel bad for people who can't dream. I have dreams like almost every single night. I mean, sometimes they're goofy, wacky, crazy stuff, but other times it's nice to have a little bit more freedom, do things. At least have the feeling that you can do things that you can't do in real life. It's just interesting. And people who say that they don't dream very often or can't experience that, it's just kind of like, oh, that's just sad. I'm gonna have to cheat and look at my phone. I actually designed most of this team while I had some free time at work. I was just like brainstorming. All right, we're gonna do Golzy. It's gonna be a voltaic charge bulky Golzy because one of Golzy's biggest things is it can hit all the types that hit it super effectively with also super effective damage. So if you make Golzy nullified, it won't take that super effective damage, but it can still dish it out. And then I don't use voltaic charge almost ever, so it'd be a good chance to get some use out of it. Give it a try. Show off, I think, is more important on bulky Golzy. I was also gonna do footwork because I want some speed boosts, but then I'd have to drop uppercut. So it's just kind of like, eee. We're gonna try it, and if I don't click it like ever, we'll swap it back out. Like when I don't, we're gonna try it just to be fun. Legit had a nightmare in stress dreams last night. Oh, okay, those are nightmares. I count those as different, but yeah, that's tough. I'm sorry to hear that. Looking like a mad scientist. Well, you know, I ran out of like normal sane ideas, so now we're getting a bit crazy with things. Let's see, Chimerian. So this will be fun because I can just stick Chimerian in front of fires and just slam a nullified on. Like Chimerian in front of Tolkien. Yes, please. I'm just hoping that Chromion doesn't get banned too often. I feel like it will. And then all of a sudden, all the weaknesses that I tried to avoid are going to come back and wipe me in the face. Adorable conductor is called the Milky Way Cookie. She maybe always sleepy, but makes sense with her job. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's a good name for it. For her. We'll go Sharpening. I just like Sharpening as the last move on my Chimerian in general. I could do something fun with like Disgrace, but I don't think. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna risk that. Broccolum. We're gonna get some good Broccolum gameplay in. I think I'm gonna run this one a bit faster. I was looking for Broccolum earlier. Is it in the for fun section? How dare you, Crema? Broccolum is a good temp. It is. I promise. Namer went back to stream and then had a stress stream. Oh, that's an awful combo. Run show off for a year and never get to click it. I feel like you can definitely find opportunities to click show off, but clicking footwork is probably going to be tough. Nagais. I should just... Is Nagais in the fun section too? No way. I'm just missing it. It's up here. So, we're not going to have a whole lot of moves that actually work with the Seedora, but the whole point here is I have so many electric weaknesses because I want to proc Pigment Inverter. But that also means that I have a lot of swaps for an electric weak Tem. And I decided that Nagise is going to be it. That's high pressure water. Fury. I mean, H-Slap wouldn't even be all that bad, but I don't think we're going to go with it. Hypnosis is good. I mean, if I had... I'm going to swap the Inky to Special, but if I had Physical Inky, I don't think the H-Slap would even be that bad as the 4th slot on the Geist. Let's hope you don't misplace your ticket. Just close your eyes, I'm sure you'll find it. Senpai, hello, welcome. Alright, now good news, this is what I got. Bad news, I don't know what's left. I have so many weaknesses on this team. If I plug this into a Temtem and it's like I got 3 Earth weaknesses, I've got 4 Digi weaknesses, I've got 3 Fire weaknesses, I've got 3 Melee weaknesses. It's just the type chart is awful. It's like I thought about throwing in a neutral, but I also have triple mental weakness already. So then it's like my other option is Valash, which adds another fire melee weakness. So I can't really do that. I thought about adding Whiplump or Tukai, just because I still have so many electric resists, like I was saying. But that's kind of tough too. I thought about Mudrid. Mudrid's another 10 that works really well if it can get nullified. So that would be a nice, but I only got Deceit Aura for Deluge Synergy, which is actually, it works against me. So then it kind of leaves me with like Winds. I have Grandpa as an option. Or Pig. But I played so much War Pig, I was kind of hoping to do something different. I could do 2-wire, but that gives me another Digi weakness, and I don't have any Toxics for Faraday Cage Synergy. So this is kind of where I got stuck. I might just do Mimit for now. Just because it's whatever I want it to be. And I just need something to fill type chart at this point, because I don't know. Alright, for the first time since I've been running Rhoulder, we're going to change its item. We're going to run Sweatband on it. And excuse me while I recalculate its stamina, because I just, mental math ain't with me today. Oof, okay. I'm doing it wrong. Clicking with stem with I think I can get by with just 62 stamina. We're gonna go 64 though. That's like my most expensive possible rotation. I didn't particularly want to take out of attack because I've had so many near kills that just don't make it because I was skimped on attack. But yeah. But having a full rotation is very nice. I mean, I could. We're gonna go 62. We're gonna risk it a little bit. Albion for coverage. I have too many Digi weaknesses and only the one synergy. I feel like I can't risk that. And then we gotta swap the Inky spread. All we're gonna do is just move this attack over to special attack and then change his moveset. I'm not sure if I want Bright Beam. I'll probably just run with it anyways. But I'd end up pushing off my own neutralize. Because something I also was thinking is like, if you can't hit Inky super effective, it can just nuke you a lot easier. Even a double in with neutral hits most of the time doesn't kill the thing. It's kind of stupid. So I don't need as much stamina on a special set as I do on a physical set, so that's kind of nice. The Chromion. Alright, we're just going to max the speed, because we want these DC beams coming out as fast as possible. Beast Yeast, get here faster for Cookie Run Kingdom. Oh no, you've fallen into the gotcha trap. Yeah, I know gotchas can be addicting. I used to play them back in high school with a whole bunch of friends. We'd all see who can get the best characters. We're just gonna go 65 for a triple harmful, just in case I have to, but I'm hoping I don't. And we're gonna go 0. Straight up 0 offense. Okay, fine, we'll do like 1. 1 point in special attack. And then we're doing the kaleidoscope. Hello, welcome. Rip offense. It's a support Chromion. People love my support Chromion. They totally don't yell at me for running it. I think I'm gonna do War Drum on the Golsey. No. We're doing Slingshot. Because I'm gonna be. I have Sparkling Bullet because I don't want to OX with Hasty Lunge. I don't have. I guess I had 2 natures. Kind of tough. Okay, I mean, like, the smart play is to run Adrenaline Shot, swap this for Hasty Lunge, and then since I have Prio now, I don't need to run for work. So, we'll try and run a slightly more viable Golsey set, just so we don't insta lose our matches. Word Hologram underrated. It'll definitely catch some people off guard, but we'll see if I actually get to play Chromion today. Most of the time, I feel like even if you ignore the fact that this is a PI Chromion, it looks like a Sinner Typer Chromion would do really well. Just because of Golsey Inky. It's Sinner Typer and Harmful Synergy. It's just super good value. We're gonna go Fake Beard. I don't want bait pushing off the PI in case I need it. Rocklim's super easy. I've run so many of these things. I could shake up the build, but honestly, this one's just so consistent and good that I have little reason to bother. Oh yeah, that's right. I was debating on faster. I never did the Golsey spread. Hold on, we gotta back up. My brain's going faster than I can actually keep up with on stream. All right, 25, 33, 25. 73 stamina, that's not bad at all. So I didn't see your message earlier, H. You got Diamond 1 for the first time? That's awesome, congrats. It's a huge achievement. Are you going to push any further, try and get the rewards? You're just going to kind of relax and just take the spot? We're going to hit 221. It's just a good break point to be able to outspeed Oshiara's. I don't want to invest any more speed than that. We'll go full HP here. My defenses are pretty even. And then we'll just do the rest in attack. So I'm not going to go like full bulk. I still want to do... So we're going to try this. I think I'm completely wrong in doing this, so feel free to yell at me. But Voltaic Charge heals based on how much damage I deal. So it doesn't... So if I have less HP, I can technically heal more. So as long as I still don't take... If I'm able to still reduce the amount of damage I take, but I heal more, I think that could be more valuable. So we're going to try this, and I could be horribly wrong. But I don't care about winning too much at this point. Kind of bummed all your Luma Mooflank eggs went for dirt cheap on AH. Oh, did you do them for bid only? That's tough. Yeah, it's... I haven't done bid only for stuff in a little while. Feels too risky. We're not going to go max speed. We're going to go 221. Probably going to rest. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm sure it must have been a grind to get up there too, so that's completely fair. Just leave it for later if you decide to at all. Nagais. What item? I know it's kind of like, usually you run some to just take hits. Rock Shield, Tuck. I think I'll just go Marbles. The Nagais Master Rorwick said that Marbles is a good item, and I definitely believe it. Nagais is something that can really force a whole bunch of swaps, so. We're gonna just go for a rotation of Beta, Psy Surge, and Fury. So we can save stamina, because Psy Surge is 10 stamina less than Beta Burst. I almost want to go like Beta, Psy Surge, Hypno, but that would be an extra 3 stamina. I guess we try it, right? Sell them for 30k, expecting more bids. There's not a whole lot of people buying Illuma eggs right now, so it's really tough. I usually check for Luma eggs on the market, but I don't buy. I've already got a move link, and I try and get them for around 30k. I never even check stuff on bid anymore. There's some HP breakpoint I calculated before. Hold on, I'm gonna reference my own. No, that video's outdated. Is it? Did I redo Nagais in one of my videos? I'm just gonna go to Temtem real quick and just deal with it anyways. I don't know if you mentioned it, but you guys are super helpful for putting together a team. Couldn't have done it without the unnoticed move link build you uploaded. Oh, I'm glad I was able to help. I had I've had my own builds used against me, and I can confirm that they work. You know, some of those videos are actually getting dislikes. I'm not really sure why. It's just like, do you not agree with one of my builds? Is it like, you can tell me if like, I know that people are just gonna complain about stuff anyways. Like, as a content creator, you're gonna get crap. So I'm not like surprised about it. But as somebody who's actively trying to improve, I'd like some sort of indication. 112. And they just don't give me that, so it's just kind of like, sad. Yeah, still insane special attack. Okay. What? Yeah, it may have been in an updated guide actually. Now that I think about it. We'll do War Drum on the Mimit. Yeah, I mean it's only for like double Chim, double Golzy, and double Rhoulder. But that's okay. Do I really want that? What's a more general item? It's not a whole lot of great items. There's so many items that are just weaker than the rest of them. It's hard to justify them. Let's do War Drum. It'll come in handy sometimes and be useless others, and I think that's okay. I was just about to say, I'm going to copy the Golzy build. No. We'll copy its speed. Maybe we'll copy the Rhoulder build. That seems like a good general... Oh. We'll max out HP, because it's going to be a mix on what it copies. Like, 38 stam. I think most of my team is like low stam invest. Ignore Brock Lemon, guys. 38's good. That's the lowest reasonable one I got. We'll do 100 in both defense. And I'll do more speed. Yes. All right. I mean, I don't. Is this a good Mimit team? No. It's until I can figure out what I need to fill the last slot. Is basically. Now, excuse me while I go and alert all the spectators who want to actually watch content and not watch me team build. Sorry if you got pinged again and you're already here. You will say after doing your Mimit radar this weekend, you miss old free time. Yeah, free time. Didn't do old free tem a whole lot, but it was nice just to get a little extra cash whenever I had some tems lying around I didn't need. I know when I was full odds grinding anti-heroes, I probably made uh, I don't know, maybe 1 or 200,000 Pansuns in my time, which was nice. And now that's just like poof, gone. And it may cause more Chromion bans. I know. It's just the type chart for this team is awful because I'm hoping to get Pigment Inverter value. I just can't think of what I could do that wouldn't completely screw me over. I guess I could add just a pure water. I could just throw Piranhient on there. But Piranhient adds nothing to this team. So then they still ban the Chromium. I need something threatening. Like, Platimus would do it. We'll add Platimus, hopefully primarily as ban bait. Because I don't want to use this thing. I've got like 2 Rotten Goose energies. Woo, be scared. I don't remember the exact numbers on this thing. It's somewhere around 300. I don't have Sweatband available either. Russian Diabolo, there we go, support Platimus. I should live an attack from most things. No, oh, no, I need stamina first. Ah! What's even a rotation if you don't run Sweatband on this thing? It's gotta be terrible. Yeah, yikes. It's basically 100 stamina invest. Alright. Let's hope people ban Platimus every single game. Like, oh no, it's a meta tem, must ban it, right? Right? 2 boxes of Mimis. Still could have made some decent money when you needed it, yeah. That's another thing. I did used to breed a lot too. And so when you ever get to a 0 fert Mimit or just low enough fert that you can't get value out of it, then, yeah. It's always good to get a little extra cash from free tem. Too bad that doesn't exist. I think when most people wanted, like, specific tems and free tem to catch, I think what people really wanted was tems that were worth more in a week. So you could just sell stuff for like the normal price, or free them, not sell them. But you could also specifically target tems to get extra cash. I think that would have been the way to go about it. Because that way anyone really hardcore farming for money can do the targeted stuff, and anyone who just casually wants to get rid of some stuff and not have it be completely useless, then you still can. So that would have been best of both worlds. I suppose Krema's just being... I think Krema's really harsh on the economy. They're just afraid of having some sort of... Not really an exploit, but just some way that's way too easy to make money. Because every time there's a great money-making method, they always seem to hit it real hard. I can't blame them too much, but it does kind of suck for those of us that get caught in the collateral. But, alright, we got our first match. Let's give this a try. I like how Chimerian and Rhoulder are the only two non-Lumas I have on this team. The two Tems I've gone for radars last and just failed miserably. Alright, good luck, someone. And the other thing is, like, with new Pigment Inverter Chromion, I actually can hit this Barnshee with an electric type move. Usually this song's a bit loud. Turn it down. I don't see. I don't know what I should ban on this team yet. I think I'm gonna ban the Nesla just because so much of my team is electric that having an immunity is tough. So we'll just drop that. Did I put darkness on the Chromion? I forgot. I hope I did. Does it matter? Not really, but you know, I still hope I did. Not the goalsy. Thank you for not banning the Chromion. We'll just force the Chromion right away. We'll give it a solid try, you know. Brockloam's just a little too good here not to get value out of. I'll have to watch out for the Golsey coming in, kind of, but Brockloam is also one of the only attempts that walls Golsey. Ah, look, Platimus already doing his job, even though he was here and he knows that. I'm not gonna ban the Barnshee because I got like DC Beam on the Inky. I know he has Kaleidoscope on that Gario. So I'm just wondering if I need to deal with it or not. I think I'd rather ban the Zalbian. Just in case I decide to pick the Nagase. Then I don't have to worry about Electro Punch. We'll pick Inky for sure. I think Inky's going to get a lot of value this game. I'm probably going to leave the Nagase anyways. And just grab these two. My plan is to swap out Chromion turn 1 to get some value later on. And we'll bring in my own Chimerian. By speed limit, it's a lie. You still breed? Will you still breed? Dang. Last breeding project I did was middies, since there weren't any on the market for like 2 weeks, and it was during my soft touch midi period. And as soon as I finished the batch, somebody started selling them for super cheap. Or I shouldn't say super cheap, for like reasonable prices. And I'm one of those. Whenever I'm gonna actually invest the time and Pansons to breed, I want returns. So I'm very selfish, and I have very high prices whenever I decide to do that. Disgrace. No! I like it. I like it. That's cool. It's probably a bulkier Chimerian then too, so I couldn't have even doubled in. I had to swap. It still does good damage. Wow. So I guess it's got to be max attack. Zero bulk disgrace Chimerian. Not what I was expecting. In the slightest. 15 boxes of 3 out of 7, ready to breed most Tems. Okay, yeah. I don't have that good of a setup. I've still got a few left over. I was gonna glass blade that slot, so it's kind of interesting to see the Hazrat come in. Ooh, hello, welcome. He must be a pretty late. Uh, I have a feeling that he's going to swap in his Gario to kaleidoscope the autonomy and then just heat up. So that's the play I'm going to predict, and we're going to swap in a rhoulder. And we're going to resin trap. Because what resin trap will do is if he stays in, then I can still threaten out his Hazrat, because he won't be able to kaleidoscope. But finally, for once in my life, I have remembered that he has a kaleidoscope and called the play. I also got the hold off of Rockfall and Rhoulder, which is valuable. Man, Plague wouldn't have even killed. I guess he has a lot of bulk on that Gario to make up for it not having a trait. So Broccolum just dies here. Like, I think I'm okay with that. Interesting Hazrat swap. I guess that makes sense. I don't have... See, this is the point where I wish I had Reactive Vial on Rhoulder, but instead I don't. I swap in. Because if I had Reactive Vial, I could stay in and get the Earthbreaker off. But I don't have that opportunity. I'm going to risk it. It's just kind of a 50-50 at this point. Which slot does he attack with the Frond Whip? Aches, hello, welcome. I debated on swapping the Chromion in just to get the hold off of Hologram, so I could pass it on to Inky next turn. I think this is okay, though. Gamma onto Inky, that's not too bad. But if he Frond Whips that slot also, I'm probably toast. Like, Saku hits hard, okay. No, we got it. That's very important. Alright, we're gonna go for a CPG. I forgot I actually got the sharpening up on Chim, so that probably wasn't a very valuable sack. But we do what we can. He actually swaps in the Hazrat to take what he was probably hoping would be a DC beam. We got the Bright Beam instead. With synergy, so it actually does respectable damage. And it also means that if he doesn't break my evasion here, Inky will be an immediate threat again. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so he can't actually hit Rhoulder here. I wish Earthbreaker wasn't synergy at this point. I'm not going to risk the Quartz Sturt. I could, but I'm not going to. So I know how bulky Saku can be. And so we're just going to go for the kill there. That doesn't really matter. It's just a sack play from him anyways. Okay, Quartz Dirt would not have killed. But the Earthbreaker would have gone onto the Saku in that situation. And now he's forced to swap in Barnshee, and then Inky just one-shots it. So unfortunately, Chromion didn't get to do anything at all this match. That I had to play around the Hazrat too much. And with the Disgrace proc, I couldn't use my Chromion as a pivot, so it actually crippled me. It's a bulky Barnshee. Wow. Is Inky the correct trait? It might not be. It must not be. I was running it physical, and then I just swapped the TVs around. But you're right. That would explain why I'm not doing any damage. That's hilarious. This is the first match with the team. Hello, game. We'll try it, just for fun. This is worse than not running Strangle on it. I mean, yeah, running the wrong trade on Inky is completely trolling. So the goal here is to invert the Broccolum weakness, finish off the Barnshee because I'm a speedier Broccolum, survive whatever hit this Hazrat's got coming for me somehow, and then hit it with an Inner Spirit and hope it dies. That's the plan. But it makes your team played it for 3 games without TVs. Mistakes happen, yeah. I haven't made a mistake that bad in team building in a while. Normally I go through and check traits, but man, I guess today I'm just a bit distracted. Mistakes are also funny to clip, though. I mean, this isn't really a great clipping mistake, though. And oh, he predicted me. He went for the tornado. I think he would have killed anyways because I just don't have a lot of bulk in this Broccolum. Plus 3, it was just too much. Dang. Had a fun reaction. Somehow survive this. You have bulk, Chromion. You have bulk. Oh yeah, it does. I have 0 invests offensively on this Chromion, but maybe. Ah, 1.4. Yeah, the Inky trait, it definitely lost me that game. Because if I didn't have to deal with Barnshee or anything, it would have been just fine. Zax, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Nah, we're still demoting, who cares? Who needs legend? Like every other trait. Pigment Inverter will tank charge. GG's! You're lucky I had the wrong Inky trait. Would have had you there. No, I don't care about the demote. I had to give up on getting legend. It wasn't worth the time investment or like just trying hard. So I gave up. More fun to just play goofy, gimmicky stuff anyways. If I start playing this game just to try hard for like payload rewards, like who cares about the legends? I hardly ever equip those things. I'd rather just play Pigment Inverter support Chromion. Nice, another quick match. Ranberry. Lots of monotypes on this team. Almost looks like a stall team, and then there's a Munko. Maybe a cheer up Munko? Gonna be on the tire knack. Because I want to be able to use Pigment Inverter. I think this is going to be a Chromion Golzy game. Meditation Munko to cleanse the extinction on rest. So, but that would be, I mean, I was thinking it could be meditation. I'm not sure if that's the purpose it's there. I guess he does have 2 extinction users. So it could be. And maybe just to eat bans as well. I'm kind of curious to see what it does, so I'm not going to ban it. We'll ban the Cowrin as well. Well, just because, you know, Cowrin is more viable. It's in a stall team. And we'll leave the more creative picks there. And if it's not a stall team, that's okay. We'll deal with it. We'll bring the Inky. And I still like Rhoulder here. 2 extinction uses, only 1 talisman. Yeah, yeah. I had forgot about that at first, and then I realized it, but I thought it, and I didn't speak it. This is gonna be an... I'm gonna love this first turn or two. Cause oh no, you have a welcomer. I guess the kaleidoscope kind of gives away a little bit of my strategy here. Cheer up. Tornado's Garden, maybe? I suppose it probably is. We went for the Chromion, though. I guess that makes sense. It's not like people expect the Chromion not to be the one that does damage. We're just gonna use harmful microwaves here. It ain't gonna do a whole lot of damage, but it'll at least start chipping down the Shelllant. He might swap to Munko, but Munko doesn't want to be in front of a microwave user. Radiant, okay. He just stays in. Interesting. Is he just... he won't even kill Chromion with 1 more hit. I'll live on like 4 HP. Okay, that's a high bulk invest Tortonite. Diamond Fort. You have Reactive Vial and Diamond Fort. Now that's kind of interesting. Or I forgot I have Uppercut. I thought I only had Hasty to hit now. I don't want to have to do this, but I gotta kill the Tortonite before like Revit procs. It's not too bad either. I should have used Tesla Prison just to slow. I don't have either of my nature types. It's kind of sad. Swap in plus Chirp. It has 2 holds off. Extinction has 1 more. We'll try the Oshi here. I mean, could I have doubled in? Yes. Should I have doubled in? Probably also yes. But I can still punch it before it gets to get the extinction off because of ad shot. Chromion ain't doing any damage. It ain't doing nothing. Whew. Alright. Oh no, the WO. Okay. So I can side DC beam and hologram to push off the extinction. That is something I can do. Should have doubled, yeah. If I didn't, though, he would have just brought in Tortonite to get the Diabolo, and I think that would have been worse, honestly, because it's got its stats buffed. I don't need Chromion offensively. I'm gonna rest on Golzy. Worst thing he can do here is attack Chromion. Oh my, it's energy reserves Piranha, really? Wasn't expecting that. I guess I just think it was gonna be a full bulk Piranha, patient, maybe ultrasound or something. Fluid barrier to apply one status, but now you just like 5 pph yourself. I respect it. Oh, he ain't happy. She ain't happy. We're gonna hasty to try and take out the Piranha. Don't know if it's gonna work. They forgot the speed drops. Oh, I forgot it too. Tesla prison, yeah, let's go. I should have used Oshi on the Tort. Dang it. Oh, this is okay. This is okay then, because I can still survive and get the hologram off then. This is a perfect display of support Chromion. I just want to say that. It couldn't be going much better right now. I will probably get hit with a Tort's Garden here on... Well, maybe not. He gets a free setup turn here. Because I'm OX and I'm too busy trying to push off the Doom. His Kapyre's about to die in the back, unless he has something that can clear Doom. Alright, there's the Doom gun. Cooperation, okay, cooperation into towards Garden to heal is likely. Nope, he just takes the kill. I gotta imagine a +1 Oshidashi into this Tort still gets close to killing. You have to be worried about Shawlant damage, so. But we're gonna bring in the Geist anyways. I guess he probably has Diamond Fort up again. And now it has Prio, so that was not the play. This is why I brought in the Geist though. I was expecting the Monko to come in. That's why I doubled. Okay, and Golzy actually getting slept here isn't too bad. Isn't the prio even? Yeah, it would have made Diamond Fort high prio, but I still might have outsped him just because it doesn't seem like an offensively invested Tort. Hero says C spikes with 2 prio. I don't think that was on Golzy. Oh. Yeah, I still think he could have won with a well-played Tort in the end, but I did have a lot of options left, so I think I was in good enough shape. I could have pulled that one no matter what. Unfortunately for them, I just knew what they were going for that whole time, and so they couldn't really surprise me with anything. But yeah, it was a slow Tort, so maybe I would have outsped it. I just didn't want to risk. But alright, Chimera. They usually like to play fast aggro. I don't even know what to ban here. I really wish I had Stoneball on my roller right now. I'm gonna ban Raiken to force the Broccolum ban, because Broccolum walls 1, 2, 3, 4 Tems. Eagerly await the announcement of Plain Portraits for pick and ban. It's Size Munch. Already forgot who I banned. Size Munch, Raiken, Tataru, Oshiara, Golzi, and Inky. But yeah, it will be nice once they do add that. For sure. Yeah, not banning Broccolum there was just a complete oversight from them. They'll have to sack probably 1, maybe 2 Tems just to kill the thing off, and I should have a lead by that point. Brock solos this game. It is a speedy Brock, so it ain't perfect. But Brock is so good this game. Yes. 100% is. I don't I don't get like any use out of Chromia on this game just because Brock's gonna do everything. I pretty much just... So is there anything I can take as Soul Shot plus a CPG in this slot? Maybe I go Plague CPG? If I go Plague CPG, it's just Volphy and Scunch. No! Not the Chromion. That's okay. I don't think I was getting a lot of use out of it this game. With the Chromion gone, I definitely have to ban Volphy because my Earth weakness is too bad. With Inky and Golzy there. I guess Golzy can take it, but it's a slow Golzy. It's very... I could very easily get outsped by this Volphy. Cannot risk... I think no matter what, Inky can get value. If it is a max speed Golzy, I will be sad, but DC Beam is just a nice option to have to finish stuff off. JCO, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Thanks for peeking. Let Acronox go with your pick ban. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have let him first pick. I didn't even want to pick this stupid Platamus. But I kind of have to. It's just better than Golzy here. Because the thing with Golzy is it gets walled by itself. So, the only reason I would ever want Golzy is if she picks Oshiara, in which case I would still want Platamus. Oh no, that wasn't Acronox, that was Ghoulder actually, Aches. It's just a purple blob. It's definitely Ghoulder. Velocity Cernif goes so hard here. Yeah, I know. You ban the... Nature is very strong here, in general. Inky swaps for Skunch. Skunch takes most of its health. Oshidashi is the Chimerian, and he just well, it's a squishy Broccolum. I have speed in this one, just for fun. Because most of this team is faster paced, and then there's Rhoulder. And we're all going to ignore my Platypus build because I didn't look it up. It's just there to be threatening. To look threatening. It's absolute garbage. Gotta really think on this first turn here. Yeah, they don't have a great position. Didn't ban Eerie Digicourse with Nutbar and still won. Nice. Nice. You'd love to play double Cernif again? I don't know if I'd want to face double Cernif, but yeah. That's close. I don't know if that's in Glass Blade range or not. Broccolum doesn't exist, guys. It doesn't exist. They never expect the speedy Broccolum. Still going for the Chim. Like, I thought maybe they did just the weak attack on Chimerian because of camouflage. And then as soon as their stronger move is off hold, then they just smack the Broccolum. It would have done half my health, but seems not. Remember in OP Chimera, you go double leaf and self water cutting the trigger. Oh my goodness. That's so overkill, but I love it. Would you say Brock's biggest weaknesses? Not in your team, but in general. Its defensive type chart is both its biggest strength and its weakness. It will be incredibly good against some teams and absolutely useless against others. That's really just how it is. Uh, that's really my only problem with it. Usually, in the teams where it gets a lot of value like this one, normally it just gets banned. And not like eating a ban is bad, but then every single time you have a bad matchup with it, it's almost a dead slot. I thought much would trigger camo. Definitely could have been the thought. Is it going to be a max speed Golzy? I guess we find out, because I don't have a whole lot that can deal with the Scunch immediately. Sounds like ban bait. It definitely can be. Okay, it is a max speed Golzy, which is really unfortunate. I should have clicked DC Beam. That would have been like the smart play. DC Beam into just Plague and hope that I can smack Scunch. Before it gets that hit off. But then I would have taken a pretty massive OX, so that still kind of hurts. I think I just lose the game now. Too much damage on Brock. And I just can't kill this Scunch. Rhoulder doesn't have Stone Ball, but the smart play would be to uppercut to cancel out my non-existent reactive vial and then Oshidashi. So it's not like I can even bait her into playing something that's not double melee move. Really? Well, maybe there's a chance. Never knew Brock was that good. Often see him and shrug him off. Remember you not playing PvP? Yeah, I mean, in most cases, it's not all that good. Honestly, it's not that great. But I find them at least really fun, and it does get a lot of use that I wouldn't expect it to. Okay, swap roller, aquatic. Hope I outspeed, and hope I kill the scunch. Blue monster, hello, welcome. Oh, that is such a bulky scunch. He went for the Brock. Dang it. And is he a bestial charge? Held anger, is that also into the Brock slot? Is I can Toxin Shower here just to finish off the Scunch and get some chip on Tataru, but this is still looking pretty doomed. In really solo games, you need some strong band base so you can actually play the game he's good in, otherwise you end up like, oh, he had bands. Yeah. You can do an actual LT team. LC team. Yeah. Oh, is it Workman? That's awesome, though. I love facing LC teams, especially if I've got a really meme team myself. Nope, not Workman. Gotcha. Diabolo off on Brock. I didn't even think about that. I forgot I even have Diabolo on this thing because I don't get any value. Alright, I wouldn't think to get value with it. I still think I lose. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was the max speed Goldsy that finished me off. I don't think I stood much of a chance anyways. But if there was anything, it would have been that. You can live a DC beam. You can't live a DC beam. I don't want to play evasion shenanigans with the Inky, so that's why I decided to take it out. But Major Slash just kills Broccolum here, so good game. Oh no, it's extra energy slam. I guess I need to live an Oshi from... I Plague the Tataru. I need Resin Trap and Plague to kill the Goldsy, which I don't think it ever does. Even then, I don't know if I win. Yeah. The downside of Squishy Broccolum is when you do have that really good type advantage, like defensive matchup, it like Speedy Broccolum just can't actually take advantage of it. Good game. Good game. Needed to know that was a max speed Goldsy. It must have been just max speed, max attack. I bet that thing dies with C spikes. Don't think Speedy's too good. Yeah, it's gotten value in the past. I don't think it's good right now. I think it was a lot better when Volphy was more common, but now the Volphy popularity has kind of died down. I don't think it's nearly as good. Seems like it would feel good to use. Outspeeds are neat. Yeah, I mean, it does feel good to use for the most part. Like in a general matchup, it feels so much better than bulky Broccolum. But in a matchup where you do get the advantage on your defensive typing, that's when it's bad. That's when it feels bad. So with Speedy Broccolum, you kind of choose the better general matchups compared to the specific ones. Don't know if you're still around, but good luck. Have fun. Kind of looks like a team that can go either raid boss or aggro. Very interesting. Don't think I can let that Magmut set up. Plus its typing is pretty strong against me. Even I just don't want to deal with its bulk. Wolfie Simp, you just don't comp. I mean, that's all good too. Comp's not for everybody. Chimerian ban. There goes my offensive scaling, at least one of the options. We'll pick the Chromion first, because it's a very flexible lead that I can pick alongside something else. Been enjoying ad shot Wolfie. Yeah, I've seen some people running like speedy or ad shot Wolfies, and it definitely is a pain. The defensive typing is just so hard to break through. I want to say that this isn't a max speed Valash. I don't think it's even a highly speed invested Valash, just because the rest of the team looks slower and bulkier minus move flank. Yeah, I guess 2K. I have to assume it's like a semi-raid boss. It might even just click Madness buff or something. Once again, though, rhoulder not getting like any value these games. I just thought like yeah, open up reactive vial as your item and maybe get some value that way, but it ain't working as well as I hoped. I don't think 2Kai is bad. I think I can deal with move flank too. I think the worst thing here is the Ninja still. I don't have any wins or fires for that matter. Broccolum, once again, just in general, great offensive typing and defensive for that matter. I gotta pick Nagais now because of these two. Gotta watch out for the front whip, but I think I'm okay in general. I have two electrics, so I can't imagine he's gonna pick 2Kai, but he might. I would want Inky for 2Kai, but that's about it. Other than that, there's not a whole lot. Actually, steal something with Mimit to even stand a chance against Brock. I do have my Naga, so I could worry about that. It is interesting to get two high-value Brock games in a row, though. Saku Nox Bomb. I mean, it's squishy, so you can definitely beat it down with neutral hits. This one specifically, at least. We're gonna just set up here. It's probably not the right play, but we're gonna go with it. I think it just hits Brock with Boomerang and base jump and it dies. Yeah, that's kind of my thought too. I'm still kind of experimenting with how to spread a voltaic charge Goal Z2. It's probably not right. It is a max speed, well, maybe not max, but it's a high speed invest Valash. That's crazy. That is crazy. Noticed. I think he's gonna swap the. I think he's gonna swap the Valash. Very potentially into Mimit. I'm gonna swap into Rhoulder though, just in case. I mean, Moonflank would take it okay. It'd probably only lose like 60-75% of its health. And then if he base jumps my Golzy now, he could probably double in and finish it off next turn. With two Gorings. Major plus Goring might just KO Golzy. So about my spread, it is a or it's like split 250 defense, 250 special defense. So it's not that I don't have bulk, it's that I don't have HP. It's to get more value with voltaic charge. Darn you, marbles. Because like we still don't take too much damage from that Goring, but now when we smack the Mimit with the Oshi here, we actually heal still nothing. Take charge is not a good trade. Oh, that killed. I didn't think it would. I would have clicked something other than Rockfall then. It probably did save me there. So like in this case, it's better than having Diffuser. Bringing Cower in here is such an odd choice, I feel like. Because I can so easily bring in Nagise to this board and I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe his plan is to get a Stonewall off. On like the slot afterwards. Oh no, bring in Saku. Now. For the front whip. And to you I ask, is this Saku speed invested? And is he going to swap the Moonflank? I think Voltaic Charge is good, doesn't have to make you go forever to be good. Just leaving an extra hit is huge. I mean, that's fair, but I'm investing a fair amount of TVs in bulk to survive anyways. Oh, he did swap. I should just play it safe and hypnode the Saku. That would have been a good play. Not too bad though. More of a Goldie has no stats issue, not voltaic charge. Yeah. Oh, scavenger. I mean, the thing is, I have Golzy. Saku's E-Drink, I didn't notice, so it's a good thing I got the chip then. So now I have two options. I can either Goring uppercut the Saku to finish it off and predict that the Cowan swaps, or Oshi the Karen and maybe predict a swap to Mouflank and kill that instead. And just hope this isn't a Sludge Gift Karen. He stayed in. Let's do Oshidashi. I don't think I live the Narco, but yeah, see, like, that's pretty good HP. I guess. It's Lifeful. Okay. Now I live another hit from Mouflank. Maybe not a Held Anger. Just trying to think. I'm gonna sack the Chromion here. Because I don't think I'm in range of hologram outspeeding anything anyways. Maybe I would have been. I think it would be hard to find a time to get good value with the move. So just being able to eat the Held Anger here, deal some good chip to Mouflank to put it in range of dying to Broccolum next turn. And I'll be able to take one hit on Golzy for sure. Not two, though. This is okay, though. I can save Golzy for a little bit longer. Because I believe he either has to sack Mouflank here or sack Valash. Because he has enough speed TVs on his Valash that there's no way he can survive this. Here's where 600 TVs, stuff like Pyromaniac are on 180. Full take charge, putting in work. I mean, for what it's worth, I am kind of like intending to play around it. But it has been better than I gave it credit for, yeah. Yeah, with Mouflank's special defense, there's no way it lives this. Even with bulk invest, I'd be surprised. Gotta think real hard about this one. It's a tough play for him. I've got him cornered fairly well, I think. He probably knows it by now, but his Valash would outspeed my Golzy. So one play he would have would be to try and take out Rhoulder with Mouflank. And accept Mouflank dying, and then finish off the Golzy swap in with Valash. But then that just forces a Saku Rhoulder 1v1, and I think that's tough. He still has to kill Rhoulder here, otherwise I get another turn of Tardy Rush, which is super valuable. Oh, that was close. That was really close. He definitely has some special defense investment in that. Okay, he does take out the Rhoulder. Saku OX is to do so. But that's fine for him because he gets value with Valash, which is what he wanted. But I also need to one-shot this Valash. And then it's just gonna be close. Saku versus. No, I don't kill it. Ah, oh, pain. That's tough. Luckily, my rotation allows me to... No, I just lose. I needed that Valash to die. It's got... It must have relatively low offense invest, high speed, high special attack, and just a moderate amount of bulk. The Lifeful Sap was actually the right play, guys. See, and this is why I actually opt for Lifeful Sap on Saku. I think he has my Saku set. The Lifeful Sap, the Boomerang, Narco, and Frond Whip. It's not that it's like no, he had Petal Dagger. He had Petal Dagger, not Frond Whip. But I feel like Lifeful Sap gives so much value in some games that are just a bit slower paced. Because it's literally a 50% heal in a single move. It's just crazy move. Run Boomerang, Narco, Lifeful is a favorite set. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's such a strong set. But so many people now aren't running Lifeful Sap. They run both Petal Dagger and Frond Whip, and I don't really... I personally don't agree with that, but as long as they are having success, that's fine. Some people even run Turbine and Boomerang, and that's super weird to me. Or they'll run Petal Dagger and Turbine as their two moves instead. I don't know. Good games regardless. I got surprised by the spreads. I don't think I could have played around much anyways. The move flank swap right away to get unnoticed was good. I don't think that you should get the unnoticed boost on swap-in. In like the patch notes competition, I did add that, I believe. Just as it's kind of a little bit minor, but it's so strong. GG, dude, your Valash spread is got to be perfect. You've been running the thing for a while, so I'm sure you've got it refined. But you got the right amount of bulk, speed, and damage on the thing. You're less interesting is stuff like Unnoticed doesn't work like that. Well, how? I disagree. It's just one minor mechanic, but I feel like personally I think the move flank is a little bit overtuned. I feel like it needs to get hit. Maybe it's just because there aren't enough viable mentals around, and if we get into a meta where digitals get hit pretty hard and mentals start appearing again, maybe it wouldn't be as bad. Who's on? Oh, you were. Okay. I thought I saw you click Petal Dagger. That might have been a different Saku. But yeah, that's my favorite moveset as well. Life will get so much value. It won you the game in the end. At first I'm like, nah, there ain't no way that's gonna get you. It's gonna do enough, but it did. I don't think I would have lived 2 Crystal Spikes anyways. If I had a bulky... If I had a bulky Broccolum, I probably could have won. No, I still went to... I would have ran out of stamina. Yeah, I think you just had me there no matter what. It's a good team. It's flexible too, it looks like. I don't know, I mean like I'm doing what I want to with the Pigment Inverter. But it's basically I have a dead slot on the team. Because Chromion doesn't do anything outside of giving Pigment Inverter once and then taking a hit or two. That's kind of how it ends up with dedicated support Tems. I wish it wasn't the case exactly, but I think it would be cooler if the Chromion's got a couple more support options for when people want to run Pigment Inverter. I was hoping Tesla Prison would be enough, but it's not exactly that great. Like this team, you can just play aggro or stall it. Yeah, it definitely looked like it's flexible either way. Is the Valash running Quartz Shield too? I'm assuming so since you're running the special set. You have more moveset options. And it's such a strong buffing move. I think the Ideas Knee is probably a good tech for offensive Chromia instead of actually fully committing to support. Yeah, but you would still have to lose tempo on a lose a turn of offensive Chromion just to hit yourself. That feels so bad. Feels so bad. Be tempted to say F and MF in front of Golsey. I thought you were going to, honestly. I was confident I could take a Madness buffed Madness buff C spikes after the neutralize and then one shot you, but you probably would have just swapped and brought it into sweep late game, so it didn't matter too much. Gotta love seeing a neutral Chromion though. That's fun. We're just gonna try the strategy again. Will it work? Very well could not. If I hit myself, it's not going to drag it over to the opposing Electric Custodian, right? The same Pokemon. There's no Storm Drain. I don't think it does that. I think it's just if the ally gets hit. So I shouldn't have to worry about it. I'm going to ban the Plotamus. Don't want to deal with Rotten Goo. That way I can have either Nagise or Rhoulder if need be. Yeah. I was hoping I could pick Rhoulder. Rhoulder was definitely the better option, but that makes it more obvious of a ban. Nagise is still okay though. It'd be valuable after I take out Ragnet. Probably just grab the Chimerian too. I won't be able to neutralize it in front of the Kapire, unfortunately, but there's just not much I could do. I could have risked picking Chimerian and Chromion as the lead, and then trying to neutralize the Chimerian, but I didn't want to gamble on the Kapire being faster. Like, Chromion's speed tier is not all that high. It's really not. That's kind of like, that's how you counterplay. That's where Chromion's counterplay is. It's just slightly above average speed tier. You run something else faster than it, and all of a sudden it's just like. I think this game's going to be a bit too fast paced for Broccolum. I don't really want to pick Platamus either, but I can at least scare some stuff off or eat a hit if I want to. It's also good against Arachnite because I can use a water move on it and then follow up with a toxic move for super effective damage. Alright, we're gonna try it. Who has Speed Arrow? He has Speed Arrow. So if he goes for Golsey, I'll be hurting. I'm hoping he'll just try and double in Chromion though. This would be like, my Armful isn't gonna kill, but my Electro Punch follow-up will. Nice. He's not max speed. Maybe he filled speed. And he is going for my Chromion. Perfect. If, and that's a, I don't survive the turn. Okay, he's got Sparkling Bullet. Oh, I do! It's a zero attack Ragnet! Wait. Do I die to the burn? I'm like, if I survive the turn, I Kaleidoscope Golsey. He doesn't have any melee resists. Yes! I'm going to target the Ragnet because right now that's the bigger problem. Because as soon as Ragnet's gone, then all of a sudden I can use Hasty Lunge, which is good. Also, I'll be able to bring Nagase on the field, which is also good. And I'm also slightly worried that he might have a hologram of his own ready for me. You know, some Voltaic Charge Golzies run Charged Iron Filings, which would get around Electric Custodian. Lasco produces Voltaic value, it's a bit awkward. It is, for sure. Ooh, that was a good mom's lunch. But also not taking damage at all, I think, is good in its own right. So it's actually interesting because my neutrality got pushed off. What is that build? That was a +2 Oshi. That thing's got to be 500 HP, 500 defense. Seriously. Whew. That's insane. I kind of want to do the calcs on that. I know I'm not max attack Golzy. Don't look at this spread, just look at the attack. 375. And so, and I'm +2 with an Oshi. I expected it to do more than that. Alright. I don't care about Platamus, so I'm going to bring it in just to let Golzy rest a little bit. I don't know what slot they're going to swap into. Okay, they swapped out the Gazuma. I hope that they keep the Ragnit in. Maybe they're going to Electro Punch? I'm not sure. Ultrasound. So that cancels out my fake beard, but that's still okay. I hope I take out the Ragnit here. With that build, I don't know. Okay, I do. And the Arachnite has not procced Adaptive yet, and I have exactly what I want on the field to deal with it. Seen Xeno since late Sapunk, good to see them back. I don't know if I've ever played against this player. I didn't play before Arbury much outside of like the alpha. But yeah, I always love to see returning players. This is interesting. If the Gosm is faster than me, it can get off a Sparks to spark the Arachnite. But then that allows me to hit the Arachnite with CPG if super effective. So I could use Nimble instead. But at the same time, if I'm faster, I can also just change its type with Platamus. I think Tremurian's kind of done its job, honestly. We're just going to Aquatic in front of it. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, I'm a low special attack Platamus. Hurricane. I should be able to live even a Soul Shout. I'm very confident in that. He just goes for Platamus anyways. It's just big, scary. Support Platamus. Kinda wish I clicked CPG on the Gazuma now, though. Oh well, live and learn. We'll Aqua Bullet the Chromion just to punish him if he doesn't attack my Platamus here. He could swap into... He'll definitely swap into the Kapire. What am I talking about? So we're gonna swap in Nagase to get the hold off of Nagase Fury. And if he predicts that, that's awesome. At least Tremurian gets Fake Beard back then. He might have predicted it. I can't tell if that's... Maybe that's like just a max HP, max defense Gazuma. Just like everything else. No, Speed Arrow. What's on the Nagase? I wonder what the Speed Arrow's for. He goes for Tesla Prism, but it's on the Nagase. So that's still good for me. I'm going to assume that the speed arrow... that the speed arrow was the Platymus and the Gazuma. So it must be a 273 speed Gazuma. So my Tremerian's not going to outspeed it, and his Gazuma's forced to attack my Nagase. That... Yeah, because the Gazuma... My Nagase is also 273 speed. It just happens to be the same breakpoint for both my Platymus and my Nagase. Live! No. Still a bulky Gazuma. Crazy. Any benefit to use neutral torrent when microwaves is unresisted anyways, other than swag? I had Deceit Aura, so it would have been low prio. Slow Chromion? I guess it did take a Nagai's Fury. I just assumed it lived it because I was -1. That's interesting though. I just smack it with an Oshi. It might live, but I don't think it can kill me in 2 shots with my heal. Nice. Why do I have this rotation? I just realized that's so silly to have a second Hasty Lunch in my rotation. Because the second one OXs me no matter what. I guess it's just for if I have synergy, since I do have double nature. But GG's. The thing is, the Ponku team has an updated set from the neutral torrent with higher BP. Explanation. Yeah, that must be it. Ooh, I accidentally got 1 Nova, guys. 1 Nova. In 20 years, I might be able to get the battle pass. See if we can get 2 wins in a row before I head off. Probably not going to do a super long stream tonight. Chrome might have also been slower because GG. Yeah, you know, your Ragnar spread really surprised me. Do you have like 800 and physical defense on that thing? 500 HP, 300 defense. That thing took that Oshi way better than I thought it would. That was a fun match though. Lucky support Ragnar. Alright, gotcha. I'm gonna be really surprised if I end up with a Luma Pyko at the end of this week. The odds for it are so bad. I'd almost rather just pick up another Rhoulder radar. It's right. In fact, I might just do that. Because Pyko would be a good one. Like it's a very common Digilair farm tem because not only does it give anti-hair furt potentially, but it's also more Luma drops than some of the cheaper ones like Scaravolt. Pyko Star Park is awful, yeah. Did 11,000 encounters for Side Park Pyko and didn't get it. Oh no, that's so sad. Should have given you a green one at the end of it. Just for your profile picture. Alright, there's the Goldsy band, so I'll have to do a different strategy here. Alright, I'm orange side. And landing mimic turns into the second pick. So now I'm going to show you guys the inky strategy. The inky part of the strategy. Which is just, it's just inky chromion, but you know, if he picks Acronox here, it's like all of a sudden, oh, you can't do anything. I mean, he can, but turn 2 you can also DC beam the Acro. I'm not sure if I'm going to. He's got a lot of electric weaks, so I might just hit his electric side twice. Well, that's definitely an option. The Hedgen is the thing that can outspeed. Well, like my entire team. It's also got type advantage after my nullified is gone, so I'll just deal with it now. We go with Rhoulder, because Rhoulder still hasn't done anything today. I haven't had a good game to go like the Rhoulder part of the strategy. I should just force it to see how it works. It wouldn't have been a bad game to force. What is he gonna pick? A water into my electric? Ooh, scary, spooky support Chromion. They don't know. I do like that it hasn't gotten banned too often though, so we've gotten to try this combo quite a bit. Quite a bit. Unlike Mastio Vitamin Complex. Oh man, that one. Bad cough there. That was an awful strategy attempt day. I don't like either of these last picks here. He's got so many counters to water. I'll just Picnic Ice. Just to prevent Prio and such. Even though it has like anti-synergy with against opposing Platymuses because of Rotten Goo. Shween's Horn Acronox. Alright, you don't see that every day. I respect it. There's no way that we see a Sting onto the onto the Inky, right? Yeah, it's a Rotten Goo, okay. You'd be like, why would you still click Rotten Goo there instead of Soil Steam? Oh no, I needed a DC beam because my Chromion's faster, or my Inky's faster than my Chromion. So that was a mistake, for sure. I should have just hologrammed anyways to avoid that tornado damage. For sure. That would have definitely been the play. Can't tell how I was seized. Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing I didn't do that then. I keep forgetting about that. I think I live this. Not well, but I do. Got to do Galio's things. Nice. 5 out of fish, and then 5 casts gave you the ETC shelter and a hotfix swap. Oh my goodness. You can't ask for much better than that. You get so much luck with your Lumas, your fish. How am I supposed to keep up? So I would definitely die to a DC beam from my own Chromion Mimit. I also now can't really get a lot of value out of Nagise. Didn't have a lot of luck for a while. That's fair. The one and only... Oh, I don't have Reactive Vial, so that doesn't matter. I keep thinking I do, but I do not. Yeah, I mean, I may not have any special attack invest, but you can't just disrespect me like that. We're gonna try it. We're gonna hope he OXs. And goes for the Chromion instead. You need to sleep, have a good evening? Alright, thanks Lulu. Have a good rest. I think you tried like 3 layers and 6 digi-layers, got hard countered. Second counter in every single one. That's tough. That's a lot of speed or time investment. My own hologram hurts. Rhoulder survives though, and I don't have a spread move on my... on my own Chromion, so he has to choose what he wants to do. Synergy Earthbreaker's fine, even if it happens on accident. I see a little reason not to hologram here. Because no matter what, I kill the Mimit, but there's also the chance that I survive with Rhoulder and get Tardy Rush up. Okay, he did go for the Chromion. That's fine. It's just fine. That poor Chromion Mimit just got nuked. I'm no longer afraid of the Acronox, because without a toxic move, I can't hit Broccolum or Nagise. I'm bringing in Nagise here. Because this way... Sweatband, please. Thank you. This way I will have... whatever it's called available. Nagise Fury. Up next turn. The Plotamus, even though Rotten Goo takes me down a lot. Dang. That Potamus took so much damage. Ditto X again though. Just perfect. You can't Toxin Shower because I can just Psy Surge. He has to Rotten Goo. It still isn't great though, because Tolkien, yeah. If you get your repaired Noshidashi ECC to make those scale eggs, then your old got Oshidashi from fishing. Oh man, that's a different kind of bad luck. That is a different level of bad luck. Alright, now the question is, does a burn Soul Shout plus a DC Beam kill Tolkien? I think DC Beam does like 60% to most Tolkiens, which is kind of nuts. It's even squishier than normal. Oh, he went for the Fire Soul on the Inky. You never outspeed that, buddy. Sorry. Even if it's a max speed Tolkien, you're still like 26 points of speed too slow for that. It was a Boklong's Acronax this whole time. I did not get Cobweb there. GG. That one was fun. We got to do a whole bunch of the little strategies I had planned. We started off with the Inky one, which had mixed results, and then we got to do Rhoulder a little bit. I don't know, that was a really good match. And even though we got to pull all that off, it was still kind of close. So as far as like viable strategies, this one I would not rank high. Let me re-grab my Pocus and Ukama. Oh no, I gotta buy the radar first. Rip 250 paint cents. Maybe I'll just do like one more match and then head off. And probably won't even get the Rhoulder radar started, but for whenever I stream next. Got the 2 wins in a row. Yeah, that is nice. I mean, I haven't been finishing the weekly missions lately because I just haven't been playing that much or winning that much. But you know, when we can get them, it's nice. Yeah. This will probably be the last one. We've got to do just about everything I wanted to, so I would say this has definitely been a success. It's not a great team, but it's fun. Tectonic, alright. Looks like a pretty flexible team that's very fast-paced, and then there's a Gario. Makes me wonder what trait the Obi is, because it looks like it could be either target rep or source rep. Only one right play here is to ban it. I don't think I fare very well against it. If Chamurian gets banned, I have very few ways to take it down. I have Rhoulder, but I don't have Stoneball on it. So it almost certainly gets some amount of value, so... And I know how threatening Obi can be. And I really don't want to play the guessing game with traits. I love the thing, but not today. Monko isn't immediately threatening if Chromion is still alive, because even a non-invested harmful microwave should kill a Monko. We will pick the Chromion. because once again, it's very flexible. It's what this team's designed around. Magario pick, I'd be able to pick Broccolum as well. This team is very Broccolum weak, especially if I get to ban out the Munko in the end. Shalant and Gario. You know, it might be a Kaleidoscope Gario, now that I think about it. It's just a team designed purely to set up, like Size Munch or something. Some people do that. I'm not sure why there's an Obi there, though. Okay, this is kind of tough. Because they're... This is the play I want to do. So this is the play we're doing. So what I can do here is I can threaten the DC beam to break the evasion on the Munko and then get the harmful onto it. So I'd be surprised to see the Munko stay in, but what I'm really going to do is I'm going to DC beam the Inky. So I don't die to whatever Soul Shout happens. And just hope I don't get double Soul Shouted. Because Broccolum's still, and even Golzy are still around to eat it. Shamarian being gone isn't too bad. The thing that would free up the most space for Brock to work with would be Inky. But if I ban Size Munch and pick both Golzy and Broccolum, I think I'm in good shape. And I can pick Rhoulder too, because Rhoulder will deal with Inky just fine. I first picked the Broccolum out of the three there just to scare off the melee pivot on that lead. Will it work? Heck if I know. Tectonic's a good player. So could predict correctly. But in the end it is kind of like a guessing game here. Never know. You might even just go for the Chromion. Like a harmful Soul Shot, that would take it down. He stayed in. So I could have one-shot his Munko. So that's a little sad, but... It's okay. It seems like a slower, bulkier Shalant. Only saying slower because of how much damage it took. Oh, maybe he predicted a swap. He must have been predicting my melee swap, and then just went for that then. Alright, now we hope that he doesn't have Martial Strike. Okay, okay, that's progress. No, no, it's gonna be the Kaleidoscope Gary. No! I can't counter that. I can't counter that. The jig's up. Your shenanigans are gone. Fear my Golzy. I can still one-shot the Monko, so I'm hoping that the Monko swaps now. I also just realized this energy drink on the Monko. Is there a bug with Pigment Inverter or something? No, I'm not that I'm aware of. Are you just wondering about my title? It's just most people saw Pigment Inverter and they kind of thought it was weak. They usually think of using it offensively by hitting your opponent with a not very effective move so that you can deal neutral damage to them. But I'm using it on myself in order to gain the neutralize so I don't die to stuff like a soil steam or a rockfall here. I'm not sure if I take a rockfall plus a quartz dirt. I want to keep the Chromion alive, but at the same time, I don't know if I can. Because my options are either to hologram and to keep the Golzy a little healthier. And he has Bright Beam up now too, so he could very well just eat my hit with Bright Beam and not Quartz Dirt. Because Quartz Dirt feels like the obvious play, but he very well could do something different. And for DC Beam. That's a little surprising. Maybe he was expecting to die. Oh, because Golzy can outspeed Inky, but I'm running a slow Golzy, so I was not able to do that. Probably should have just used Uppercut there. Uppercut 100% would have killed. The Voltaic Charge does give me enough health to survive, though, which could matter. Depends. I'm gonna take that gamble that this is a slower Shelllant, and that I'll be able to kill it with a priority move from Rhoulder. Yeah. Definitely a slower Shelllant. Rockfall. Oh, not quite enough health on Golzy to take it. Gario is running out of steam, though. Not a whole lot left on it. But he's got a Monko that's ready for me. I'm hoping that an Earthbreaker plus a Goring will kill the Monko. That's my hope. Oh, the token doesn't kill. Oh, but the synergy. Dang. That would have been awesome to get the synergy Earthbreaker one shot on the Monko. I would have loved that. I was just expecting it. I just wanted it because it's my strongest stab. Oh, it's a slow, bulky Monko. That is a slow and bulky Monko. No wonder he's been playing like he has. That makes so much more sense now. I'm not sure how slow it is, though. I'm going to drill Impact here with my DC Beam, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to outspeed and kill. I don't know if I can kill with a Goring. I'd rather be able to have my priority move next turn to finish it off. Subpar, hey, welcome. Glad you could make it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for the cheer as well. I mean, the DC beam's not going to do like any damage. I mean, okay, I stand corrected. That's pretty good damage. This is a bit of a tough situation. So he's gonna rock fall, and then he'll probably use like a melee move onto rhoulder. I think I can live. It's just if he uses a cold geyser plus something on rhoulder, that would be bad. That would be when it gets bad. So I'm gonna hope that rhoulder survives the turn, and if it does, I think I'm in a good spot. Save the chromium for Earthbreaker. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I need enough stamina to survive, though. We saw the clay ball, though, and I can definitely take a wrenching. I hope with rest and sweatband stamina I have enough. I think so. Yeah, let's go. The clay ball does allow the Gario enough stamina to survive, though, and it can probably rock fall and finish me off here. So, like, this is not the correct play. The correct play is to Goring and Plague 2-2 this turn, and then, you know, Earthbreaker next turn would probably be just as good, and it would be a ton smarter. Because I'd still get to click Earthbreaker, but, you know. Rhoulder can live the Rockfall anyways, so I would still get a hit off. No, the Cold Geyser. Okay, so this works. This was definitely the right play. It clicked Rockfall earlier, so it definitely has it. I don't want to risk not outspeeding this thing. I don't know how much speed invest it has. I know it has bulk invest, but I don't know how much speed it has. I should have used Plague there just to see if I would have outsped. It's just that Resin Trap was safer damage-wise, because he always needed to attack Chromion there. And now it's just Gario versus Broccolum. We'll use Inner Spirit instead. Just because the animation's cooler. Good game, though. Normally with double evasion, you want a couple more things that can set up with heat up and stuff. Also, Source Rep Obi does not actually work with Kaleidoscope, Gary. Because if you have a Tem with Kaleidoscope, you cannot gain a status of, or a positive status of any kind. It will always pass it. So, alright, that's going to be the last one. I'm just going to pick up a Rhoulder Radar before I forget. Yeah, GG indeed. Rhoulder's one of the early ones. One more. I have work tomorrow, and so I should really head off. Plus, I got to do some Dragon Quest grinding. I'm going to have a Dragon Quest stream on Wednesday for sure. And I don't know. I don't know at this rate if I'm going to be ready for it. I might not. I don't know what I'm doing for streaming tomorrow. I don't know if I am going to stream or not. It's still to be decided. I had inspiration today with the whole Pigment Inverter combo. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I still don't think it's all that great, if anyone wants to try it, I probably will have the code in the YouTube description. That's just what I've been doing lately. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping to raid people more often, so I'm gonna see if there's anyone online to raid. There's there's nobody playing PvP unfortunately, but not that that's super common anyways. I think Karumi here is an Enigma, so we're gonna go raid them. Looks like they're just doing some Dojo Park matches, so maybe just stop by, say hi, and if you don't want to stick around, that's fair. But I want to support some of the Temtem content creators out there because the more that we can support them, the more that likely they are to stick around. So I want to remember to do this. I've just kind of been forgetting for a while. So yeah, that is going to be all from me though today. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. So bye bye.